Good afternoon and welcome back to Asgard and welcome back to our Crackpack Let's Play series. So, last episode of course we were working on a little bit of pneumaticraft. Since then I've mainly been doing some setups down here and then a bit of building. I started working on some roofs and stuff, trying to get some of those projects cleaned up and everything. And a little bit of cable facades and things like that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into what we have to do today because we actually have a lot to do. You'll notice I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory here. This is for our first setup. But anyway, since then, down here I have added in setups here for living wood and living rock. And I actually have the wood linked into our AE system finally and everything. So we've got that stuff coming in. And then over here I have a small setup for metamorphic stone, and you know what, I think I actually, whoops, I'll drop down here. I might have to make one small quick change I just noticed. Let's see, input, this input, inventory items, specify amount 1. Okay, that was the issue. It was making extra stone and just chucking it out. My bad on that. But anyway, what I've done is I've just got a trigger and I've got a condition to check if there's any stone there, and you know, above the block placer. And if that's false, it's going to go ahead and grab the item that's up there, and then it's going to output it into the diamond chest. It's going to input from this chest, which is stone, and you'll notice that it runs about as quickly as it can bring in blocks. That's why I just have one of them set up, because we really don't need any more than that. It's already draining a little bit of mana. I may end up adjusting it. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, and then it just outputs that to the block placer. Fairly easy setup. Honestly, it didn't take very long. But let's go ahead. Let me fix this here very, very quick. And place that dart back. And let me throw in all this junk just to get rid of it. Anyway, moving on. Make sure it didn't go into this interface, because earlier... Okay, good. Good. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into what we're going to be doing first off today, which is let's just set up the botanical brewery real quick. And I went ahead and ran some cabling down here and everything, and we're going to actually have to hook in, there's a power line right over here, and we're going to want to hook into that. And let me bring the power over. And okay, there's the tesseract. So let's just hook in and just run our power over. I also upgraded our power storage room a bit, so I'll show you guys that next episode. We just have a lot to cover this episode. And then let's go ahead and set up our... Let's see, how do I want to do this? How do I want to run this? Let's see. We'll have an interface that goes right here, and then our autonomous activator is going to go right there. It's going to input from the bottom, and then let's see, let's just bring our power cable up, and I'll end up facading that ground. That'll be alright. And then we're going to set up our botanical brewery right here on top of it, and drop down in here. And then what we're going to do is set up a vacuum chest right here, and then just an item conduit like that. Extract always active, and insert. And now let me actually grab my staff of traveling, and are we to... no, it's right there, it's hard to see. Alright, and we'll just make a quick recipe. So let's go with or let's do Alf glass flask. we'll go ahead and teach our terminal this. And put it in there. And we'll go ahead and grab a couple of these. And then we're going to tell it, let's see, what kind of potions do we want to make first? Let's go Botania. And let's see. We've got flasks of mending. Let's do... let me see. What does this need? Botanical brewery. And a glass vial. Oh wait, I want these here. Oh, it doesn't display them, but anyway. A glistening melon, netherwort, and potatoes. Do we have our potatoes linked into our system? I just kind of want to do a example. No, we don't have our potatoes linked in. I didn't think so, because we got those running through as power, so I didn't have those linked up. I'll have to connect those up, maybe with B-Space or something. Okay, let's just go with something a bit easier. I think Fleetfoot, and I'll do some adjustments and get some things added. Flask of Fleetfoot is redstone, sugar, and netherwort. So let's go with sugar. I'm going to teach it how to make sugar really, really quick. And then we're going to say if you take sugar, oops, a half glass flask, some redstone, and I should actually probably be grabbing one of each of these, right? Flask, sugar, and then netherwort. And now let's go actually craft one, so we can use it as an example. And this will be something, basically we can just use this, you know, if we're getting ready for a boss or something, we want our instant health and everything, we can just, of course, use this. Oh, whoops. No, I didn't want all of that in there, actually. Whoops. Shut. Shut. Okay, I've made a mess of everything. Alright, let me order one of these. And, okay, we got netherwort, we got sugar. And there we go. Okay. Forgot to put that pattern in there. And let's grab our... Where did my bag go? Where did my blue bag go? My blue bag. Okay, I'm gonna have to go grab it. Shit. Sorry. Let's see. Did it end up in here? Where in the hell did it go? I don't know. I'll probably have to make another one. Okay. Okay, so we got everything. Let's try this again. Alright. And hop down there. I bet I threw it down like in the water or something on accident. I have a terrible tendency of that, and you know, I try to always remember to change over my keybinds from Q, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll change it back over. Damn it. Why am I getting this stuff in? Like, we have solignolias all over this place. And I've noticed that today I've started getting those items in. And then we're also going to need a mana spreader, so we're just going to use this one. And let's grab our wand. This one. And connect that up. And it's going to create it, and you'll notice it's just going to throw that item off, and that's what we're using the vacuum chest for. It's basically just to catch the flask once it gets thrown off. So, there we go. And we got our flask of Fleetfoot. And now we can just go and code this and everything, and we'll be all set. I do need to set up a sugarcane farm, and honestly, those things are so easy, I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I just haven't. Oh, shit. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get this encoded, because I just keep derping up, and then I'll be back in just a second, and we'll continue. I got to get some things together, and then we'll continue building, you know, doing some automation and everything. Okay, welcome back. I went ahead and just prepped everything up in this golden bag of holding, and emptied out one of the ones that we had. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our terrasteel automation. Oh my god, I'm going to take off this ring. It's driving me insane. Driving me absolutely insane right now. Let me find a place to throw this shit. Like over here maybe. And actually, let's go ahead and tell this to do not push crafting items if inventory contains items. Might as well do that. And okay. Anyway, so our terrasteel automation. The first thing that I want to do, let's grab our mana glass or our elf glass and our open crate, and we'll just run this stuff up as per usual, and then we'll throw that open crate. Oh, it won't. I was thinking it would do that. It would, you know, let me place it with the help of the spark. And then let's go ahead and pop down here, and we're going to set a transfer node. There we go. We're going to set our transfer node up. Where are you at? There you are. And that. And this. And we'll... oh, gosh. I'm doing this. Put that right there. We'll set our filter to only take in terrasteel. And then throw that in there. And it's all been pretty basic so far. Now let's go ahead and set up our interface, and I'm going to actually set the interface like right here, I do believe. And let me see, let me think. Yeah, we're going to set that interface up right there, and then we're going to... let me see here. Let's grab some chests, and we'll set a chest right there. Go ahead and configure this. Oops. So hard to like get down in there. Sometimes I'll have to go through, once we get everything set up here, I'll have to go through and kind of clean it up. It is like mega crowded in here, but then again, I mean, this room is built for nothing but automation for Botania, so I kind of like the crowded, just noisy aspect of it, but that's me. I could always throw some mufflers down here if it bothers you guys, but we won't be down here much more after this episode. And then let's go ahead and just connect our cable up like so. And I went ahead and made the recipe, so it says it needs 1 mana diamond, 1 mana pearl, 1 mana steel, and that makes a terrasteel. We'll go ahead and just throw that in there. Just to have that in there, and we'll say do not push crafting items if the inventory contains items. I don't think you actually necessarily need that. If I recall from my testing, you don't actually need that, but we're going to do it anyway, just because it doesn't really hurt. And then, let's see, after that, let's go ahead and let's do our piping, set up our pipings, and we're going to be using the BC transport stuff. And what we're going to do is let's bring out a... let's see. Yeah. We'll bring it out with an emerald transport pipe. And we're going to have to give this power. So I'm going to say, let's just use a tesseract, because it takes up less space. And we'll connect that to energy line 3. And we're going to say items, block it, fluid, block it, energy mode. It's going to just send and receive. That's fine. And emerald transport. Actually, I should probably just set it to receive power. Well, it's still using up power, just sitting there. Huh. How strange. Okay, whatever. I don't think it's going to matter. And then we're going to set up a... let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot to grab? I forgot to grab transport. Oh, by the way, I did find my ender pouch. It was just actually in my inventory. I just missed it. So, I don't know. I was having a little bit of a dumb attack. I do apologize. Alright, we'll grab some transfer pipes. 10 of these, yes please. And let's go ahead. And we're just going to run them up through here. Oh, I can't get down there. There you go. And let's break off that connection. And we're just going to connect them into our transfer pipe. Oops. Okay. There we go. And then after that, let's see. Let's set up a diamond transport pipe like right here. And then we're going to set up golden transport. And can I actually don't think that will break, will it? Can't remember if there's a way to keep that from connecting with BC Transport. See, I don't use BC Transport a whole lot. The main time I use it is for like certain logistic things like this. So, I don't know. I'll look into that and see. But for now, we'll just do that. And then we'll just run this side up like that. We're going to say... Let me throw some of this crap back in here. And we're going to say... The, white side is going to send mana pearls, mana diamonds, mana steel. And the blue side is going to take terrasteel. And then we're going to set up our emerald transport pipe, and we're going to say round robin in order. And we're just going to say mana pearl, mana diamond, mana steel, terrasteel. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to force this pipe to take items in this order. So it's going to have to do a mana pearl, a mana diamond, mana steel, and a terrasteel. And, you know, if it does these first three and it's waiting on that terrasteel, it's not going to send any more additional items until it gets that terrasteel. So then it's going to pump back around, it's going to go into this chest, it's going to be pulled out and sorted through. But as long as that terrasteel pipes through the emerald transport pipe, it's going to allow more items, you know, to come through this. And then the last thing that we want, actually, you know what? We might want to, tell you what, let me set that there. Because we might actually want to monitor the, how full the mana pools are with this setup. So let me grab that. Let's grab a comparator, a bookcase, redstone volume 1, and let's just say, let me see. Let's say the comparator comes out here, and let me grab some insulated redstone conduit. We'll set up our bookcase here, and we're going to say redstone, we'll put it at like a, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll put it on 8. So it's got to be at least like halfway full in order for it to run. And then we'll grab our insulated redstone conduits, and we'll just hook them up right there, connect it here, and we will bring this over like so. Whoops. And we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll just set up an item conduit. And we're going to say you're going to extract with signal, and you're going to insert. Okay, so now we should be able to go test this. I believe everything is set up. It's possible I could have missed something. There's actually a little bit to that build, but I think we should be good. go ahead and say, craft us a terrasteel. And let's go pop downstairs and see what happens. There goes the items. And it's giving it mana. I might end up adding like additional mana pools in here. Maybe. Because of course terrasteel creation does take a lot of mana. And with our current setup we're kind of limited to, you know, every once in a while let's make a terrasteel. So, oh, you know what? This is not pumping to that. Might have to give that a... Let's see. Let me see. What can I do here? Tell you what, for now... For right now... Yeah, see, it's still going to be clipping that. I may make a phantom lens real quick and set that up. But now we should have a terrasteel in our inventory. Let's go double check it. And... Yep. So we got one. And once I get the mana situation set up, it won't be too much of an issue because we can just order, say, like 6. And it's just going to make it when it gets mana. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and make that mana control setup down there. Just kind of as a safeguard sort of thing. And I'm going to pop down there and clean this up just a little bit, and then we'll jump into our final automation. So I'll be back in just a minute, and we will continue. Alright, welcome back. So the last thing that we have to automate is the petal apothecary. And I went ahead and ran some cabling over and connected it up so that all we have to do is do this above ground work. And this is all the stuff that we need. It's fairly easy. Basically just some world interaction upgrades, transfer node, an item filter, an interface, you know, just some very basic stuff. But let's go ahead and set up our ALF glass. Basically we want that middle slot there. And, damn it, damn vacuum chest. And then we're just going to put our transfer node here on the back of this. That'll be fine. There's going to be a little bit of cabling coming up out of the ground with this, but it can't be helped, really. And then let's go ahead. Actually, I should have left that. So we'll just do this, and we'll put our ALF glass around there, and then break that. Okay. And now, you know what? Let's go ahead and run this up. Actually, you know... Yeah, you know what? Let's break this top one. We don't have to go that high. And where's my pick? There it is. Okay. Go ahead and break this. And let's set our interface there. And let's go ahead and wrench it. And... let me see here. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and wrench it and say that it's just going to connect over here. And then I need a open crate. I forgot to craft one. Apologize, but it'll only take a second. So, oh yeah, we're going to need living wood planks. Let's get those. And then open crate it up. And there we go. Alright. This would be really fast if I had... a teleport block down there. I may actually set one up down here. Probably should, just in case. Though really we won't be spending very much time at all in this area after today. And we're going to throw 10 world interaction upgrades. I do suggest you put a few of those in there because that's going to affect the speed at which it picks up, and you want it to pick up extremely fast so nothing gets dropped into the water, basically. And then we are going to, let's see, get our item filter. We're going to go ahead and say empty buckets, because that's one thing we're going to want to pull out of there. And honestly, that's the build. So let's go set up some recipes. It's fairly easy. Fairly easy build. And let's see. I think the first recipe that we set up, we're going to say you want a water bucket. And I did teach my system how to craft water buckets, by the way. It's really easy. I'll show you later on. And then we're just going to want 2 mystical browns, a red, a blue, and a root. So I went ahead and made up a bunch of roots earlier, and I had a few. They're just grass and redstone. They're really, really easy. Made like a stack of them earlier. And then some red, some blue, and then some root. And we should actually probably grab one of each of these, or like a set of all this, because I'm going to have to craft a solagnolia. I don't really have one, and most of the ones I have downstairs are all floating. I think all of them are all floating. And then some redstone, or red petals, and then petal apothecary. Okay, we'll just set it up out here. Because if you notice, the petal apothecary I'm using down there, I used one of the new spiffy ones, the metamorphic stone ones. So I like those a bit more. And honestly, the only thing, like as far as automation, we may end up setting up some additional versions of some of those setups, because some of those things will need more, stuff to run it, but we'll see. So, and there's actually a couple other like bigger Botania builds I'm thinking of, but if we do, I don't know that we'll set those up in that room. We might set it up along the top. I'm not sure. So anyway, there's our solagnolia. Good stuff. Now let's go ahead and grab that, actually, because I need to put it in the filter, because we need to tell our filter that it can pull out those. Alright. And then we'll just pop that in there, and then pop in the recipe, and that's it. It's super, super easy to set up and everything. One of the easiest things in the mod, I think, and the botanical brewery. So isn't very hard. Of course, honestly, I don't think much of Botania is really all that hard to automate. So, and we'll go ahead and make 3 of those just to see that it works. It may take a second initially to get that stuff sent out. There's 1, 2, 3. Alright, good stuff. Easy enough. Alright, and so that is pretty much all the primary Botania stuff automated now. Excluding some flowers and stuff like that. If you guys didn't notice, I did do a short spectrolis. I'm going to go ahead and set that as blocking. It didn't really seem to make a difference, but we'll go ahead and do that anyway. But I did release a short spectrolis video the other day. It's kind of cheaty, but it works. But yeah, anyway, that's what our Botania room looks like, all built out. And, it's really, really crowded, but that doesn't bother me. That's kind of what I was planning on, when we set it up, was it to have a lot of stuff and look really active and everything. So it's really just an automation room for our AE system. So I am pretty happy with it, honestly. Pretty happy with it. And I think it looks good. We may end up adding some stuff in the center, like floating up in the center, or maybe connected to the walls or something. Some other little things. But if so, those are going to be slightly bigger builds, so we'll need a little bit of room. But we'll see. We'll see how everything turns out and all. But anyway, I'm going to end out the episode there, and I'm going to end out our Botania section of automation. So next episode, if you guys have a preference, of course, do let me know. We can either move back into blood magic or witchery, or Thaumcraft, or continue on with Botania and do some of the Gaia Guardian stuff and everything. Because, of course, our blood magic setup over here, we've still got some stuff to work on in that area. But the altar itself's already automated and everything, so the major part of blood magic's already done. But anyway, I'm going to end the episode out there. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. And yeah, next episode, of course, I think we'll be working on some more bees, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, I hope to see you next time, and until then, do take care.